Hello, Will Thunder Talks here again with another video. Good to see you, good to see you. Today I'm going to talk about something that has been part of my arc for a long time. So for any of y'all that don't know, sometimes I post shorts to do music, right? I like to play instruments. That's something I do. I like to play, like and do stuff like that. I like instruments. It's something I like to do sometimes. Sometimes I make music, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Well, I developed this way of doing it where I play all the instruments myself because I don't have anyone to play with most of the time, right? Or when I do, I have to make concessions that I maybe don't want to make always, and I find it hard to know where I stand sometimes with other musicians, maybe. But I haven't had like a cool band all the time of people I like to play with, and you know that's part of my challenge with my life and what I do. But I wanted to talk about that today because I think it's something maybe some of you will relate to. But being a musician with no musicians around, it really sucked to begin with, and then for me, as my art kind of went on a little bit more, I kind of figured out my own way of doing the things I want to do the way I want to do them, and that empowered me to be a little more creative. And I think a lot of other kind of musicians online relate to that in a lot of ways. They do their own thing, they kind of make their own brands, they make their own music, and part of me loves that, but part of me also really romanticizes the band, you know, having a group of people who make noises with you and you can shoot ideas back and forth. And personally, I feel like I get a lot out of being around other people and talking ideas out and going, well, if I go and you go, yeah, that's something, right? And that'd be awesome. You do that and you do a thing on that and I'll do something on, and we'll try it out, we'll experiment. But I have to do all the thinking myself because it's often just me. And I guess I'm at that point in my life where it's kind of hard for me to find musicians. I think part of it is, honestly, I'm too busy. I think I've found musicians, but I haven't really committed to it. And I think that's a bit of a challenge I face with committing more to the creative work in a music sense, I guess, because other things like paying for meals felt a little more important, you know, having a job, doing the job career stuff, which is been a little bit related recently, but not as related. It's been moving back in that direction. I've been moving back where I've been using my musical skills a little more in my job, which has been really cool and really gnarly, and it's been a great opportunity for me to stretch those musical wings again, which is why I'm thinking more about having no musicians around. But it's really beautiful to be able to connect with music again for me. And I felt really lucky to be able to do so. So I guess part of my arc here is that, like, I want to be healthy to be a better musician, as weird as that sounds. I don't know if a lot of people relate to that, but I guess I feel like I want to be stronger. That's part of the reason I work out so much at the gym. It's part of the reason I lose weight and stuff, so I can sing with less in the way of my airways. When I was big, chunky, chungish boy, it's kind of hard to hold notes for a while, you know, when I'm going, oh. You see, I messed up that last note. You got to work on your breath control, my guys. And I found that really hard to do, being a larger fella. So I thought, let's get in shape. Let's do that. And I'm trying to do that for years. And then, you know, I got Manjaro in me a bit, and now I can do that a bit better, which is awesome. But reflecting on this, you know, it makes me think, do I need a band or not? I've written my own music. That's been cool. I like that. But I also like being very extroverted in my creative process. And I want to do that more, man. I want to have people around me that are making music. I don't even care what genre it is. It could be folk. I'm fine with folk. Or metal. That's kind of funky. But funk's cool too. All that's good, man. I'm cool with whatever. But I guess there is still like creative things that I really want to do. Feelings and thoughts I want to express. And I guess sometimes I feel it's really hard to be the weird aspects of me, the more vulnerable bits of me, because I think it's quite easy for me to write something silly with anyone. Something silly. But I feel like a lot of my solo stuff is a lot more vulnerable, a lot more emotion driven. And that probably connects more with how I feel as a musician and a person and what I maybe want to get out of music. So, conflicts, my guys, conflicts. Yeah. I think I'm going to finish off with a little bossa nova, and then I'm going to close the video there. You've been wonderful. I've been Will. Have a good time. Have a good night, everyone. Take care.